Well, it's a couple things, probably really timely for David. Talking about the Unshakable eights, 8 things that we think about anytime we do marketing. And then I want to go over marketing pillars. Marketing pillars are marketing ideas that a lot of people already do, but not everyone does them as pillars. I put out that picture today in the Rainmaker Business Solution, and it had like these huge white pillars holding up this roof. That's what I think your marketing pillars for your school. So there are 4 to 5 marketing strategies you're doing on a monthly basis, but it's not just haphazard. There's a defined system for each one, so we get great results. So we plan, we do all our preparations, we expect to win. And if it's like a birthday party, you say, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm committed to doing birthday parties because I want new people on the map. I don't want to go on VIP, but I still want to get new people on my mat. So I'm going to do birthday parties. I'm going to make sure there's 15 to 20 kids at each party. I'm going to do 2 parties a weekend. So I'm going to have 40 people on the mat, 160 people on the mat per month, and that's where my new students are going to come from. Oh, that's a great idea. A lot of people do birthday parties when someone asks them if they do birthday parties. Other people market this. Brandon Belizzo out in San Francisco, he's got 2 locations. Each location does 8. He does like $9,000 per month just on revenue for birthday parties. So it's a revenue generator and it's a lead generator. So birthday parties is just one idea. I mean, we have a lot of different ideas, and we're going to cover them. But when we start thinking about marketing, first thing is brand. I've been to Mr. Convento's school. He really brands the school well. He's got a real nice logo. I love the name of his school, United States Karate Academy. It sounds official. He's got a couple pictures, one of him doing a sidekick. That is one of his brand pictures. You just recognize that picture besides being on the cover of his book. It's on a lot of different ads, websites. You just recognize that picture with United States Karate Academy. So it's really important that you have a good brand. I've seen some people's logos that if I see them far away, I really can't tell what it is. McDonald's, the Golden Arches, it can be really far away. You know the Golden Arches, that means McDonald's. Sometimes you have to look at your logo and say, is this logo strong enough? Is this logo going to really draw the attention? Or am I kind of thinking way back in the time when we have tigers and dragons, and that was kind of a cool thing back in the 70s, 80s, but maybe it's not so relevant now. So it's really important to look at our logo. It's really important to look at the colors of your logo. I just helped Melanie Strauss do a new logo down in Florida. And she's a female school owner. She's got a female doing a kick, and she's got the word kicks. The word kicks is the name of her school. It's red, but it's a special red. It's always the same color red. So if it's a red on the t-shirt, if it's a red on the ad, it's a red on her window, it's exact same color red. She did red and black, just real strong colors. Your brand and your logo also give an image of your school. You use Sal again, for example, because it's a good example. Military, he's down in San Diego by the Navy. His school name, United States Karate Academy, it really looks and feels like type of a military, very organized and very structured. So it's a great name and a great logo. But your brand is really, really important. Your brand should be everywhere. I know kids love to get hardworking stripes and clips and things after class. I used to buy pens that have my logo. If the kid did a good horse dance, he got a pen with my logo. We did that with pencils. We had, one time I didn't want to do door hangers, so I bought a ton of Frisbees. And we just drove down the street and I threw Frisbees on everyone's yard and in their driveway. So everyone in my area town had Frisbees with my logo on it. So you got to really get out there and get your brand well known. You also should be associated with some type of authority. Are you the self-defense experts? That was my byline for my school when I had in Connecticut. Self-defense experts since 1973. It just showed we had a history of that, and that was the big thing we did. A lot of schools now are like child development centers, but what are you the authority in? When I talk about your marketing should be the lighthouse, and people should be attracted to what you have to offer. Well, I'm attracted to what you have to offer because you're the fitness expert, you're the self-defense expert, and you're the child development expert. That's your authority. You specialize in those areas because not only is it about the punching, blocking, and kicking, but it's also about the benefits and the values that go along with martial arts. This may take a little while, but you have to become an authority. When you think of Steve Del Castillo's school in Florida, in Tampa, Florida, he's got a Krav Maga school. It's all about coming home safe every night. Self-defense, he's the expert on self-defense. Next thing when you start doing your marketing is visibility. Not just visibility when people see the sign in your school. Of course, you want to be visible there, but you want to be visible everywhere. I took my dog for a walk today, and I saw a car in a driveway a few houses away from me, and he had the Gracie logo, a sticker on the back of his window. The Gracie logo, the way they do their G, is very recognizable. So I don't know where this school is, but here I am in West Palm Beach, and I see a Gracie logo. So he's visible within the community by other things he has. So Sal Cavento's got a nice H3 Hummer, and it's all decked out and wrapped in his color. So when he's driving different places, or he's doing a school talk, or he's at an event, or he's shopping, you see that. So he's got a lot of visibility. Part of your Unshakable 8s is social media. I was talking to Melanie today. She says, I try to post 3 times a day in social media. She specializes in Facebook and specializes in Instagram. She's all over it. So that's a way to get more visibility. It's a way to get your brand out there. It's a way to talk about your authority. Maybe you're giving self-defense tips or physical fitness tips, but using social media. One of the Unshakable 8s is measurement. When someone calls or someone joins your school, how did they hear about you? I want to know that. I want to know what's working good and what's not working so good. Things that aren't working so good, now I'm going to analyze that. Is it my planning and preparation, or is just this not a worthwhile event? Maybe I'm doing flyers on cars, and man, I haven't had someone say they heard about me in a flyer in 6 months. Well, I probably can use that money in different areas. So you want to take measurement. So how many people are visiting your website? How many people are clicking through? How many people stopped at your school because of the sign, met you at a promotional booth, saw your website, saw one of your rack cards, came to an event, came to a birthday party? You want to measure everything. This past weekend, I went to a green market. Green market's downtown here in West Palm. It's a pretty cool, I love it. I can say it's pretty cool. I love it. They have like hundreds of different booths. I can go out there and you can get your vegetables. You can buy different things, but it's really, really neat. I went by a guy who was selling knives, and he tried to get me over in the booth. I go, when I woke up this morning, I didn't wake up thinking about buying knives. In fact, you probably can discount that to almost nothing. I'm not in the market for knives, so it's probably if you gave me the best price right now, I'm still not going to buy it. That's why I'm thinking to myself and talking over with my wife. But there may be a time over the next year that I start looking for cutlery. So maybe I want to get steak knives or something like that. So it's really important that you nurture all the people that come to your school. A lot of times we do birthday parties, everyone leaves, no one signs up for classes. That's all right. Not everyone's coming to your class thinking, I'm going to sign up today. So they may not have any interest in martial arts. They got invited to a birthday party. They stopped to see your booth. They picked up some information. They tried to win a contest. They weren't ready to do martial arts. They didn't sign up. They didn't come back to your invitation for beginners martial arts workshop. But if we keep a good rainmaker flow going towards those people, we start nurturing them, and they start being educated on what martial arts does. All of a sudden, something happens in their life. The kid gets picked on. He's showing lack of self-confidence. This mom is now looking for martial arts. She's going to come to you. She's already started a relationship with you. They started getting information in the emails and the education. So you want to make sure you nurture everything. It's like, we're filling up the top of this funnel. Not everyone's ready to buy. We're going to make sure we have some type of contact. So that's why it's really important to do so many events and get these leads, because those leads will eventually lead to some type of enrollment. Next thing, we have to have a culture for your school. Who can I use for example? Tom Baker. Tom Baker has a unique family culture in his school. When he does testing and graduation, parents ask what they can bring. They say, are you having a potluck? What can we bring? They want to do that. If he has an event in a park, which he does twice a year, and they have a chili cook-off, this picnic gets tons of people. All these parents have tried every single time to win the chili cook-off. They bring their kids, they have some fun, but that's the culture of the school. There's social events that keep people stuck to each other. We always say it's easy to quit martial arts, but it's not easy to quit a relationship. So Tom's thing is really all about having that culture of a family. Steve DeCastile, he does camps twice a year. When he does camps, these people camp out, they do crowd training, they go to the gun range, they shoot guns, they do all kinds of realistic training. But that's it. I mean, it's like a lot of people who are ex-military go to his school. That's the culture they want to belong with. That's the culture that they feel comfortable with. So those are Unshakable 8s. That's a background to your marketing. Want to make sure your brand is all over the place. That you're an authority. Now, I mean, maybe self-defense for kids is what you're an authority in, but you really want to make that known to everyone. You want to be visible. Not everyone's going to walk by your building or drive by your building, so you want to be everywhere. Social media, you have to take care of that. Measurement, keeping stats. You always want to know how you're doing. Make sure you nurture people, keep educating them. And then there's what type of culture? What's your school going to be all about? What's the whole group of people? I remember having my school in Florida, and I was really a kids-oriented school where parents also trained. It wasn't a family school where kids and parents trained together, but I did both. And I had this guy come in, and he goes, I really want to do contact fighting. He says, your school looks really cool from the outside. I've never done martial arts before, but I think I want to do that full contact type fighting. This was back in the 90s. And I said, there's a school there's a Jun Rhee has a school down the street. He's about a mile down, same street as on this corner. I know they have a class that'd be perfect for you. That's not part of our culture in our school, so I send them someplace else. Could have enrolled them? Yeah, probably. I could have told him we did this and that, and then he would find out the truth eventually. But that wasn't my thing. I already had a culture of kids and adults. I have someone coming in, and he's ready to do full contact. He'd probably stay, and I'd probably lose half my other students. So, make sure that you build that culture and know what that culture is. Now, I'm not going to go over all these today. I'm going to really start these tomorrow. But when we do events, we do our marketing, it's not just an idea, but there's a system that goes along with it. So I'm going to just talk about one today. Because it happens to be today. Today is the first Monday of the month of November. The first Monday is always our guest day. Our guest day follows our stripe testing week. So last week was stripe testing week. This week, they're starting new material. We're not really pressed to do a lot of new material today. So today is celebration day. Today is when we're going to hand out the rest of the awards. They got the stripes last week, but we have some awards to hand out this week. It's a really good time for them to bring a friend in to help celebrate. So we're going to have, again, we don't have new curriculum that we really have to hammer out today. We're still a month away from stripe testing, so I can be leaning on the curriculum. We can do some board breakings, have some fun with the kids. So this is celebration day. And when I plan my celebration day, I want to know how many people are going to bring guests. I don't want to just say bring a guest, so I want to know who you're bringing. So last week we had a whiteboard in the lobby. The whiteboard is to make sure everyone who's coming and bringing a guest writes their name down. And the girl at the front counter, when people are coming in, hey, it's great to see you today. I don't see your name on the whiteboard for next week. Next week is celebration today. oh yeah, we're going to be here. Who are you going to bring? So what you're really trying to do is not just say bring a friend, but we say bring a friend, and then we hold them accountable. We can put your name on the board. When I was going to put your name on the board, we can put your friend's name, because we're going to have refreshments, we're going to break some boards. I really have to see exactly what I need. In addition to the whiteboarding, and make sure we make announcements every class. That's why I love the whiteboard too, because the front end person is going to take care of it. And then at the end of class, the instructor goes, "Did everyone see the whiteboard? Well, it's really important that you sign up." So they're making another announcements. I'm going to make sure I email all my students, congratulate them on their stripe testing, and making sure that they know about Celebration Day, and that the new students of the month and our awards for perfect attendance are going to be handed out this Monday. To get those, they have to be there. I'm going to post it on Facebook. I'm going to think fun. This has to be a fun event. It's fun when we do board breaks and things like that, and when we bring guests. So it's not, we're not here just for work, but this event is about celebrating. It's about getting extra awards. It's a fun event. Your friends are going to love being here. You're going to feel really good when you get an award and your friends are clapping for you. So your announcements could be like this: students of East West Karate are celebrating. We'd like to invite you to support your friends, have some fun, learn some cool moves, enjoy some great snacks. We got to make sure that we hand out guest passes. So a lot of times when we ask a younger student to bring a friend, they rarely do it. In other words, if you ask a 7-year-old, make sure you ask your friends to come to Celebration Day. They're not going to go to school and say, "Hey, we're having a real cool event." They don't know how to do that. So we want to do is have them have an invitation so they can invite friends. So if you're using your guest passes, or you have your passes, okay, this Monday we're having a Celebration Day, just so they have something to get in their hands to give to one of their friends, making inviting someone much, much easier. You can also tell your students that, in addition to the whiteboard, could you guys go onto this link? So we're educating your students how to do a PG on Rainmaker. So they're going to go and they're actually going to put their name that they're going to be going to the event. And then on those PGs, you can put a button that says invite a friend. So they can invite one of their friends right when they do the PG. Now, this takes a while. It takes a while to educate your students to, instead of just signing up at the front counter, to sign up on these PGs. But people like it. Once they get used to it, they like it. And that button is really important. Invite a friend. So now they're filling in their name, invite a friend, ask people just to put their name and their email address, and you got it. So when people come in, we're going to just do some fun combos. I wrote down here my notes: teach a fun combo that leads up to a battle. Battle is just friendly competition. So we're going to teach a fun combination, and then we'll maybe break the group down into 4 different groups, and each group's going to get up there and they're going to do the combination. Everyone's going to clap for them. So we're going to just have a battle of demonstrations. So now everyone's working together. They're trying real hard. They're yelling real hard because they want to win. It just increases a lot of the energy in the class. Basically, that's what the class is. It could just be block, punch, kick, chop, whatever it's going to be. 4 combinations. Everyone's doing it. Everyone's trying harder, and they have that friendly competition, which brings out the best in everyone. Then we're going to hand out some awards. Awards could be for a Student of the Month certificates. I don't know how you choose your Student of the Month, but Student of the Month should have some qualifications so it's earned. Perfect attendance would be 1 qualification for Student of the Month. Giving a referral, you're not going to be Student of the Month unless you gave a referral this month. They had to come to the event. They had to come to the Parents' Night Out. Or if you had a tournament, they had to enter the tournament. But you should have some qualifications. So Student of the Month is going to get their certificate. Some people do a trophy. Some people have just a picture, so now you have the pictures of the Student of the Month. And if you have a larger school like Mr. Convento, you probably want to have Student of the Month for Little Dragons, Student of the Month for a beginner student, Student of the Month for intermediate student, Student of the Month for advanced student, teen student of the month beginner, teen student of the month intermediate, advanced, adult, beginner, intermediate, advanced. So it's not just one person's getting student of the month. You could have 9 or 10, so everyone has a chance within the next year of getting a student of the month. Whatever you do for perfect attendance. Some people do stars for perfect attendance that the kids can put on the uniform. Whatever you have for an award for perfect attendance, everyone who is here 8 times. A lot of people should be getting this. This is the one thing about this celebration party that's so much fun. If you do something like a small star for their uniform, so many kids get it. It just makes them want to come to class more and more. You're also handing out the Black Belt Excellence sheets. If you have extras, you can give them to the guests. You can tell the guests that, hey, guys, if you complete this Black Belt Excellence sheet, this is what we're going to do. You're going to be able to earn 2 free weeks of classes. So now I got 5 or 6 kids. You're not trying to sell them anything. You just say, hey, if you do the Black Belt Excellence sheets, besides getting the wristband, you bring it back to the school, or have your parents bring it back to school, and we're going to give you 2 weeks of classes. We don't want everyone just leaving after this. So if I had a 45-minute class, 25 minutes I just did. Now I've got 20 minutes left. We're going to have cookies. We're going to have drinks. I want to talk to the kids. I want the kids to introduce me to their friends. So we're building that rapport with friends, making sure that all the kids have a brochure, maybe a VIP pass, a wrap card. If we didn't get the information before, I'm going to try to get their phone numbers. And I'm also talking to parents and invite them to join Guests of East West Karate, our Facebook page, so they can see exactly what's going on in our school. And then everyone's going into, again, our prospect list because we're going to nurture all these people. Now, if you have 1 person, if you have 10 people, it's all good. Anytime you get someone to lead, some people say, man, I only got like 2 people. Did you get anyone? Well, 1 of the kids signed up. That's $1,000. $1,000 is good results. You don't have to sell a lot of memberships to make some good income. To follow up, another thing we can do is we can invite all the buddies and invite them to come back and to do a beginner's workshop. I like to have beginner workshops, just doing a beginner's class, because I know a lot of people don't show up for them, only a small percentage. So I'm not going to make a special time. But I wanted to thank you for coming in, and I'd like to give you the opportunity to come in and try a martial arts workshop, beginner's workshop, and just see if it's a fit for your child. I know a lot of kids come in, they had a good time, but parents are wondering if their child could do this, or if it's a real fit, they need it. So we'd like to have you come in for that martial arts workshop. Very, very low key. So that's how much detail should go into your marketing for each of the things. So we only talk about one thing. This is just guest day. But you can see I really thought about guest day and getting the very, very best out of it. I think too many people do the 2-step plan, which means they have guest day, they take 2 steps forward to get on the mat, and they're trying to think of what am I going to do today. You really want to have it planned out. So I spent quite a bit of time today on the Unshakable 8s. Tomorrow I'm going to start going over more of these. I actually have 34 slides that are just about marketing, so probably going to do this for a couple weeks. But I really, really think it's important, because one of the most common things that I see is we tried this and it didn't work for us. And so they discount the idea instead of learning the details. Because I think the result is all in the details, not just in the big idea. Do we have any comments or questions?
Is your order here kind of significant? In other words, like, okay, today you talked about guest day. Do you think that's like a good idea for a number 1?
I like to have 3 internal events. The first week we do a guest day. Some people do a 2-day guest day, because usually kids come like Monday, Wednesday, or Tuesday and Thursday. So do like Monday and Tuesday guest day. I'm all for that. I'm all for that. Next Friday is going to be Parents Night Out. That's always the 2nd Friday of the month. That's our next time we can have people come in as friends. And then the 3rd week of the month, I do what's called a Very Involved Parents class. This is kind of an orientation for all the new students that sign up the previous month, to come with their parents, and the parents will learn how to coach their children. What I'm really looking for is those 1 or 2 parents that have a real good time that I think would be good family memberships. So that's how I'm going to market for parents. We're going to have them come back and learn how to coach their kids. We're going to do a little martial arts. And again, I'm looking around for that parent that's smiling and saying, hey, seems like you really enjoy this. Yeah, I am. It's actually a really good time. And then I'm just going to say, if you think you're going to like it, be my guest. Take the rest of the month absolutely free. And later on, if you think you'd like to join, and we can always get you on a family membership. So it's just, it's a unique way to get 1 or 2 adults or parents to come in after the kids get started. So I don't know if that answered your question.
It does. It does. Absolutely.
Thing about martial arts, a lot of marketing works good. Nothing works great. Except when Sal Convento was in Costco with a booth and people walking up to him, he was actually selling belly to belly to all the people going to Costco. That was a silver bullet for him. But all these things work. You just have to do a lot of things to get good results. And the larger your school gets, the more you have to do. Because as much as we would like to have every student stay, they don't all stay. We all have attrition. People move. People lose interest. People get hurt. Their finances change. Their car breaks down. It could be a lot of things. So the job in a martial arts school is teaching great classes. The business of martial arts school is signing up new members. It's just part of the beast. We're in a unique business in that we know people that sign up are probably going to quit. I mean, that's just happened. We're in a membership business, which means we always have to get new members. It's my granddaughter when she started. This is another thing, too, because when I was teaching my school, it was always about getting a black belt. The goal is always a black belt, black belt. I've got 3 grandkids in martial arts. This is Emily. Emily is now a orange belt. She's been taken for 2 years because she misses a lot of classes and things like that. But her and her brother, they're twins, they just love going to class. They're not driven by, I got to get a black belt, I got to be a black belt. They just love going to class. My grandson, who's going to be 10 in 3 weeks, he's been doing martial arts for 4 years, and he is a yellow belt because schools he happened to choose, a couple went out of business, one he didn't like, so now he's in his 4th school, really enjoying his 4th school. He's a really, really good yellow belt, but again, black belt isn't the driving force. Just the love of taking classes with an instructor just drives him right along. So pretty neat. Okay, guys, I will talk to you again tomorrow. I recorded this. I'm also going to make a PDF file of my notes so I can send you out my notes as a follow-up.
Perfect.
David, tomorrow, I think our meeting's at 1 o'clock tomorrow.
Noon or 1?
This meeting is at noon, but tomorrow your private class, I think, is at 1.
Me at 1? Okay, perfect.
1 tomorrow.
I'll do both.
All right, sounds good, sir. Everyone have a great day. Thank you.